forward by Honorable Raila on the intergeneration conclave dialogue. I once heard, if my mind serves me right, last year during the Gen Z demonstration, you yourself once tweeted that you are being declared the Gen Z leader. Now, I would love to know your ideology in regards to the current intergeneration conclave dialogue between the Kenya Kwanza administration and the young people of the generation of Kenya. And also, on my second question, I would love you to give us your ideology in matters one former deputy president, impeached deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, in his US tour recently, he dismissed the ideology that Raila has brought on the intergeneration conclave dialogue, saying that Raila and William Ruto have nothing that should benefit the youth of this country, and so there is nobody that should sit and dialogue with them.
One thing I want to tell you is that I am in sync. There as a country we require a national congress so that we can have a discussion on what are some of the issues that the government of Kenya need to focus on, and what are the concerns of the Kenyan people. We are living in an era where things have changed. Kenya as a country is no longer governed by rulers. It's a country governed by governors, governed by leaders, and the things have changed. We must usher in the era where the people that you are leading must be given an opportunity to tell you on how best they can be led. And that can only be through a national congress. For your information, even here in Bungoma, the very many things that have happened in a few days or a few weeks, I am convening also a county congress in a fortnight, in the next 14 days. I will convene a meeting of around 10,000 people in a place, the venue and the date that my team is currently working on. And in the next 14 days, we are going to have a conclave for the people of Bungoma. I look forward to hosting 10,000 people, where we will have a discussion in terms of our stand on a number of emerging national issues, our stand on the current political situations in our country, and most importantly, on which position we are going to take, dictated by the current political happenings in Bungoma. And by so doing, a number of the questions that you asked me, and I've said I have no time, we will discuss them during that county conclave, which I want to tell you, I have the capacity to convene a county conclave of more than 10,000 people in the next 14 days. That is going to happen, and from that time, we will take a position on a number of things, because you see, as a governor candidate for Bungoma, from today going forward, I have agreed to be a puppet of the people. I have agreed to be a conveyor belt to process what is in the minds of the people of Bungoma. And I will take each and every opportunity to knit myself to the people to the level where it will be difficult even for the devil himself to detach me from them.
Commissioner?
You asked me a question about our former Deputy President, Raila, on what he said when he was in
The United States.
the United States. And I want to repeat again that it's a fact that our impeached former Deputy President is not fit to hold any public office, is not fit to run for any political office. There are very many things that I may have done in the past that I may regret, but impeaching Rigathi Gachagua is not part of it. I am a proud citizen, a proud member of parliament, that the decision I took to impeach Rigathi Gachagua is a decision that I will defend to the longest period of my life, because he is very tribal. He doesn't see anything without wearing tribal lenses. And I think because of the impeachment that happened at Parliament, I think the guy may have driven himself into some kind of depression, which I have always asked those who are closer to him to kindly consider. And now that he is in the United States, they can consider to admit him in a mental facility. And I want to assure you, if they do so, our former Deputy President will be admitted for a period of not less than 5 years.
How much do you think so?
I think so because I have a Master of Science in Occupational Health and Safety Science, and there is a unit that I did which is called Study of Human Behavior in Causing Industrial Accidents, Study of Human Psychology in Causing Accidents in the Industrial Sector, where you analyze the behavior of a worker and conclude that the behavior of this person cannot make the company to entrust him or her in operating this type of machine, because a small error can cause fatalities in an industry. So I have analyzed the statements of this person, the bitterness, what he says, quote unquote. We all understand as a country what we went through during 07-08 post-industrial violence. We know what happened in the Kiambaa Church. And we also cognizant of the fact that those who perished in Kiambaa Church, they still have their family members alive. And as a country, we vowed and we got committed that we will always assist those families that were affected so that the scars can heal permanently. Only a psychiatric case can remind the country that a day is coming where what we witnessed in 07-08 will look like a Christmas party. That can only come from an individual who is deep into depression, who has psychiatric issues, and having psychiatric issues is not only, it's not a preserve of a particular group of people only, even everybody, including all of us and myself, we can get there. So I am simply saying that, my friends, in good to me yourself, the day you see me behaving and talking like Rigathi Gachagua, please assist me, just forcefully arrest me and take me to a mental facility. And on the same breath, I am completely asking those who are around Rigathi Gachagua, including Pastor Douglas, to consider admitting prayers don't assist. A psychiatric case can only be solved by a psychiatrist, and where he is, we have experienced psychiatrists who I think can assist him. So, with that being said, I will be a bit hesitant to respond to claims that are made by a person whom I strongly believe is slipping into depression. Even in, I think we can give him some benefit of doubt. Even in court, there are some serious offences where, before a person takes plea, there must be a psychiatric report to confirm that you are in good mental stability. Otherwise, because you cannot prosecute or imprison an individual with mental instability. The court will wait until there is a determination that that person is in a stable peace of mind. If you will never be in a stable peace of mind, then you cannot be prosecuted. A madman on the road, if a madman on the road beats you up, you can't sue the madman because it's the madman only.
Mahesh, back to the issue with Tim Wanyonyi. Some citizens of Bungoma think that now that Tim Wanyonyi is coming to vie as the governor of Bungoma, you, Honorable Didmus Barasa, should consider taking part as the Bungoma senator. What do you think of that?
Those are them, and all elective seats available in our constitution in Kenya. It's only the president that requires garnering of 50 plus 1%. All other seats, the winner, the person declared to be the winner, is done so by garnering simple majority. There is nobody in the history of election that has won any election by garnering 100% support of total vote cast. It has never happened. And even my supporters, who are many, they will argue that differently. So I want to make it clear, categorical, that I will run for the governor of Bungoma, regardless of who my competitor is. For your information, for the people of Bungoma to know that I am prepared to move forward. I am even prepared to run against Raila if he decides to come and run for governor of Bungoma. Yeah. So, for the people who are listening to me, you must know that because Kenya as a country, we are governed by a constitution that allows anybody who is a Kenyan by birth to run for any elective seat in a constituency or in a county within the territories of Bungoma. Therefore, this means that even Raila Amolo Odinga, the enigma himself, is free to run for whatever seat anywhere. So I am telling the people of Bungoma that even if it's Raila himself who will try to come and run for the seat for the governor of Bungoma, the people will decide.
Mheshimiwa, my last two questions as we conclude. Yesterday there was an interview that was aired by the Secretary General of ODM, Edwin Sifuna, on matters the national government and the current MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding between President William Ruto and Right Honorable Raila Odinga under the broad-based government. Sifuna, as the Secretary General of ODM, declares the MOU or the broad-based government null and void. According to you, do you see that the MOU and the broad-based government has worked for the betterment of the people of the Republic of Kenya? And my last question is in regards to the Mulembe Nation at large. Currently, there is a certain force that has been brewing inside the Mulembe Nation, called Tower Movement, led by the Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya. My question to you is, as a voice inside the Mulembe Nation in matters leadership, do you think that Governor George Natembeya in any way can be compared to people like Nasinda Muliro and other figures that have led the Mulembe Nation to where it is today in matters leadership? Or can he be compared to Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula?
That is a very good question. I never wanted to say this about Edwin Sifuna, but because you've asked me, I think I will say it. For your information, Sifuna and I were circumcised in the same way. He is my age mate whom we share a lot of things in common. And in our culture, I am not, if I fight with Sifuna, then a goat must be slaughtered, because we are commonly known as Bakoki. We all belong to an age set called Basawa. People were circumcised between the years of 1996 and 1998. So we have such a strong bond. Yeah? If I will circumcise my boy, I have to give Sifuna a cow. You know, if Sifuna's son comes to my compound here during that rite of passage, I have to give them a goat. And I never wanted to say this, but I'm going to say this. The discussion of forming a broad-based government began many months behind the date that it was announced.